Newport, Rhode Island, home to the beautiful mansions of the past. Each year, many tourists come to enjoy all that the town has to offer, from its beautiful festivals such as the Jazz Festival, the Folk Festival, as well as its beautiful beaches. But not many people know about Newport's haunted past. Some like to leave the past behind.
My name's John Brennan. I'm the author of Ghosts of Newport and also one of the tour guides for the Old Town Ghost Walk in Newport and the Cemetery Tour in Newport. I've been doing that for about a little over 10 years now.
Currently, the park serves as a state park where many people fly kites, enjoy the beautiful scenery, and go fishing. But many people don't know about its haunted past.
I've been up to Brenton Point Stables several times. I've been all throughout the building except up on the second floor because by the time I discovered it, that was already walled off. And it's a little bit too dangerous. Technically, I had to get a lot of permission and a guide to help me go through the ground floor to do it legally. So I got some great pictures from inside with the help of a great park ranger there. The stories that I've heard come from people who've attended parties there illegally back in the 90s mostly. One of the great things about the stables themselves is they have such a great history. The person that built the structures on that property was his name was Davis, and he was the discoverer of the Valley of the Kings. When he was about 20 years old, he headed out to Egypt and basically discovered the Valley of the Kings and a lot of the famous pyramids out there, brought a lot of antiquities back to Newport to keep in his house, including, as we understand it, mummies. people that don't believe the stories that I tell and the way I approach the whole idea of the whole concept of ghosts is the stories oftentimes are sort of a key into the real history of an area. After all, the history books are full of lies and sort of mistruths. People tend to be, the victor tends to write the history books. These are the guys that put down what happened. It's not necessarily the truth about what happened. As an example, I always cite obituaries. You'll never see an obituary that say, oh, so-and-so was a complete jerk. Everything is sort of cleaned up for the history of a story. But what we pass down through word of mouth, our legends and our folklore, and in particular ghost stories, very often contains a kernel of truth, and at the very least says a lot about our culture. So it's what we choose to believe and what we choose to pass on that sometimes tells more about the storyteller than the story itself.